Hey guys, so it's Jordan. I'm here because I said I was gonna be here, and you know me. If you do, if you don't, I'll explain. But if you know me, you know me. But if you don't know me, I have an attention deficit disorder. I have bipolar disorder, and I have borderline personality disorder, which each one of those things on their own are very hard to deal with and cope with. But together, oh, that's the perfect margarita of hell. If I seem a little... Oh, I'm tingling. Oh. This is the first time I've ever used her, like, I don't know. I don't remember if it's been a long time. Sorry, I've got, like, bugs. Like, what feels like bugs? Excuse me. Okay, so. What this series is about. Anyway, wait a minute. Perfect cocktail from hell. All of them screw me over on a daily basis. It's hard to live with them, but you know what? I'm alive. That's a blessing, because there are people that have even one of those things and kill themselves every day. So I feel blessed to be alive. There are days, almost every day, I have the thought that I would be better off, or my family would be better off without me. But part of living with the diseases that I have inside my mind and with my brain, is finding how to get around that without doing it. And it's been a journey. It's definitely not something you learn in a day, and you have to keep learning because your mind keeps finding better ways to essentially try and get you to kill yourself. I mean, with me, that's what it does. I'll find a coping mechanism, and then my mind tries to find a way around that coping mechanism. But the thing is, there's like almost kind of like two minds in me. Not schizophrenic or multiple personality disorder. It's me. It's just there's a bad part of me and a good part of me. The good part is a lot smarter than the bad part. It just takes a lot of patience on both sides and with people around me. So my biggest issue is like getting up in the day and just stuff like that. And I use coffee and caffeine to help me, focus, get up, get what I have to get done. I just have to be careful. It's like anything. Too much of anything is bad for you. So moving forward from telling you who I am, and that's also why I procrastinate a lot. That essentially goes full circle back to why I essentially was like talking about myself, because that's not what this is about. This series is about motivating people, helping people get through the shittiest or best time of their life. Now, why someone would need help getting through the best time of their life, I don't know, but I'm not here to judge you if you do need help. I'm here to help. Let me start by saying, wherever you are in life, do not ever let anyone tell you that you are not normal. Because normal is a trick. It's a lie. No one is normal. There are just people that are better at hiding things than other people. Or there are just people that are okay in the moment. And then when they are away from people, that's when they get sad. Or they have their little moments different than other people. But no one is normal. There is no normal. Normal is just a word that we use to separate people who can hide what's wrong with them or what's going on in their life, people who can't. So stick with that, stay there, and then we're gonna go somewhere else. So let's say Let's say you just graduated high school, okay? Something I did not do, but just for example, and you've got everybody telling you, oh my gosh, what college you're going to go to, oh my gosh, you have to go to college, you have to go to college, you have to go to college. If you don't feel like you're going to go to college, or if you feel like you will not be successful doing that, don't do it. Just because other people want you to do something does not mean, it's regardless if they're your friends, your family, if it is not something that you 100% know you are going to excel at and be great at, don't do it. But at the same time, don't let fear run your life. If you think you could be great at that one thing, whatever, if it's college, a trade school, a tech school, whatever, this is again for an example, you could apply this to your whole life in different ways. Don't let fear tell you, oh, I'm not going to be good at that because I don't think I'm going to be good at that. But then I could be good at that, but I don't know. I don't know because I haven't tried. And if I haven't tried, I won't know. No. If you know what you want to do, don't divert because everybody says this is a better path. Check it out. See what it's about. But if you find out that your path is the one that you need to go on it. Don't let someone else divert your path because they think they know better. You are the one that has to live your life. You are the one that has to make decisions for yourself. Unless you don't, that's a different circumstance. But if you know what you need to do it. If you need guidance, go to someone you trust. Ask them. Now, I probably have been blessed with people that other people haven't been blessed with. I've been blessed with a group of people. I'm not going to call them family, I'm not going to call them friends, I'm not going to call them acquaintances, because they are a group of people who are my support system. They know who they are, but I have been blessed with people that will tell me the truth. I've been blessed with people that will help me, not so much stroke my ego, but will tell me that I'm doing a good job, or that if you just keep going, you can do better, you know. Even if I'm not doing great, you can do better. Just keep trying. So, if you have someone like that, find them. Ask them about the situation. So we're going to go on to another point. If you're taking notes, this is another bullet point. Advice. Or constructive criticism. Because advice and constructive criticism seem different. They're not. They're the same. Whether you can take one or the other is up to you, but it's not easy. I still struggle with constructive criticism. I know there may be some with this. I really truthfully don't think that this is going to blow up into some magical thing. If it does, that is amazing, and I thank all of the people that made it possible. But if it doesn't, that's okay. Because I know at least one person is going to watch this. That's important to me. That one person, you, are important to me. I don't know you. Hopefully I'll get to know you. But if I don't ever get to personally know you, I know you through this. You know me through this. That's important because that's a connection. It's not direct, but it's a connection. Connections are important in life. If you don't have connections, it's kind of like a device, an electronic device. So say you've got an old computer from 1999. You haven't hooked it up to the internet in like 8 years. When you hook it up to the internet, it is going to be so bombarded with all of these updates that it needs to update that it may crash. That's what could happen to you. It has happened to me, just not to the point where I couldn't come back. Your brain and your mind and your body can get overwhelmed if you cut yourself off from people totally. To the point that when you do come out of that funk or whatever you're in and you give it a try, you're instantly scared all the way to the back of that cave. Right back where you started. But this time, you know at the end you don't want to be there, because where all those people are that look all happy, that's scary. It is scary, but that's why you take it one step at a time. And the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, I have never in my life, oh my God, I have never in my life related to something so simple. It wasn't built in a day. Wasn't built in 2, wasn't built in 3. I don't know how many days it was built in. But I know this. Took a long time. And even in the end, still fell. Oh, that's a bad point. But you know what? I'm going to keep it in here, because it makes sense. You can do everything right according to what you're supposed to be doing and still fail. You can have a good job, have awesome, amazing kids that go to college or don't do drugs, whatever. An awesome wife who loves you and you love her, and you really do have a good relationship. Not perfect, because there is no perfect relationship, but a good relationship. And still, at the end of the day, end up screwed. Unhappy, feeling unloved, even though all the people around you love you. The thing is, what I've come to realize is you have to love yourself first before you can truly love and in a healthy manner, care for another person. I want to touch on something. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to be vague about it. If you know what I'm talking about, cool. If you don't, just take it for what it is. There's a person on YouTube, that is going through a lot with another person, because of another person or because of themselves. It's kind of it is a two-part situation. Some of it is this person, some of it is the other person. I know a little bit of what you're going through. Stop it. I don't know exactly what you're going through. It probably really hurts. And I can't even begin to understand what is going through your mind. But what I can do is say that I love you. I don't know you personally, but I know where your heart is with people. I know that you are a good person, not just because of what you show on the outside in your YouTube and in your platform, but just how you treat people. Not even just famous people. Like, I see how you treat people here and there. I see how you, like, little things. That's important. It is important to remember that I'm human, you are human, that other person is human. We're all human. No one's perfect. Skinny isn't pretty. Pretty isn't skinny. Fat isn't beautiful. Beautiful isn't fat. Healthy isn't amazing. Amazing isn't healthy. Happy is happy. Happy is happy. That's where you have to be. For me, I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to knock on wood because I don't want to be funny about it, because this is very serious and I've struggled with it. Even though people have told me, oh my God, you're beautiful, you know, you're a good soul, you're a good person, that's amazing. But you know, one thing that I've always felt uncomfortable with is my weight. My body, actually, not just my weight, because I was born a boy. Something which I still don't have the complete answer to caused me to develop breasts at the age of, it started at the age of, I want to say 9, 10, and they stopped growing at the age of maybe 14, 15. And I've always felt feminine, inferior. Not so much feminine, but I've always felt inferior to the point where I always looked at myself in disgust. Like, no matter what I had on, no matter, I hated that picture, this picture I looked disgusting. The only pictures that I really kind of looked better in were when I looked like a real boy, or when I look like a real woman. I have never felt completely comfortable being in between. I used to dye my hair all the time. I actually like the color that I have now. And it's sad because everybody was telling me I was beautiful and I was a good person. And literally those comments, and it's not their fault, it was a me thing. Those comments made me feel even worse because they made me feel like, you are a good person, what does it matter what you look like? You and yourself have to love you before you can ever completely understand that another person cares about you. And that is really, like, paramount, is loving yourself. That is what I'm gonna title this video. Loving yourself. It's fucking hard. It is so hard. It almost seems impossible. But if you never try, you'll never know. And that is what makes the impossible possible, is trying. I want to say at the end of this video, and you're going to hear this, this is going to be normal. I want to make this normal. If you are someone that feels like you might not be able to go on, if you are someone who feels like there is nothing else to do, no one can help me, it's over. If you're someone that even feels like, God, I could just lay here forever and never get up again. I mean, what's the point? Other than a few people, what do I have to go on for? I mean, I'm not even going to kill myself because that'd be stupid, but why do I get up? What's the point? If you're someone like that, message me. If you feel like you might not be able to talk to me, talk to someone. Please. And even if you talk to one person and it doesn't help, talk to someone else. Please. If that doesn't work, talk to someone else. Because life is too short and too, I hate to sound like a fucking broken record, but life is too precious. To throw it away. And this is coming from someone who's wanted to throw it away almost every day of their life. And still does sometimes. But I am not gonna lose. And I'm not gonna let you lose either. You're gonna do it. But if you need someone to lean on, come to me. If you can't come to me, go to someone. It's paramount that you go to someone. And even if that doesn't work, if you have a plan, or you don't have a plan and you're just gonna do something stupid, not even stupid, if you're just gonna do something that would cause you not to be here anymore, go to the hospital. Tell someone. Because the world needs all the good people as much as it needs all the bad. And that probably makes no sense. But in the world we need balance. Without bad there would be no true good. Without good there would be no bad. It doesn't make sense, but it's like, it is yin and yang, light and darkness. And in each, there's a little bit of both. That is what our world is. Some of us see a lot of one and none of the other. But I am here to show you the good. And even if you talk to me and you still don't feel okay, I will help you get the help you need. Because I know that as a teenager or a young adult, I wish that I had someone like that. Not that I didn't have people that cared about me. I did, and I still do. But advocates are hard to come by. And that is what I am and am going to be, is an advocate for life. Not so much the prevention of death, because death is inevitable, but an advocate for life. There's a lady who did a TED Talk, and I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to put her name in the description below. I'm going to link the TED Talk in the description below, and I want this to go to any family who has lost someone to suicide. It's not your fault. You could have done something different, but even then, it's not your fault, because you cannot go back in time. if you could, if we could go back in time, a lot of things wouldn't have happened. But we can't. So at the end of the day, it is sad. And for some people, it feels like the end of the world. But if you do what that person did, it's only gonna continue. If you don't get help, if you don't reach out, and even if you do reach out and it doesn't help, go somewhere else. Find another person. Don't give up. Well, this is my first talk in a 4-part series. This went a lot of places. I didn't even expect it to go. But this is where I leave you. I love you guys. Even if you don't like me, that's okay. My point is not to be liked. My point is to make sure that the help is out there. If everyone liked me, how would I know? How would I be able to relate with someone who's been hated on or someone that's been bullied? Your pain makes you relatable. It gives you the ability to show compassion in a specific way to other people. So one thing that you should never forget is your story. Don't ever forget your story, because you do not know whose life it could save. That's it. Bye, guys.